Hey guys, More Sports here, and as you know, there are 4 head coaching vacancies in the NFL, and 2 have been filled. Let's get into it. So first, let's start with the Denver Broncos. So as you know, they fired Nathaniel Hackett after a very disappointing year last year, and they were unable to get Jim Harbaugh or Demeco Ryans, but who they did get was Sean Payton. So they received Sean Payton from the Saints. So even though he was not in the NFL as a coach, he is still owned by the Saints. So they couldn't just hire him. With the trade, they received a first and second round pick and Sean Payton, obviously, and they ended up giving up a third round pick. So Sean Payton coached for the Saints for 15 years, went under 52 and 89, including a Super Bowl win in 2009. For 14 of his years, he had Drew Brees, and then his last year, he did not. So for a few reasons why he left the Saints. They did not really have an answer at quarterback. Jameis Winston, like they did in 2021, but he got injured, and Jameis Winston is an inconsistent quarterback, and they had bad cap space problems. Probably had to get rid of a lot of their defense. So just not a very good situation for him. And he is a very good head coach. Made the playoffs every year of his career, more or less, except a few years. For a few years he went 7-9, plus the last year. But he had a Hall of Fame quarterback. And switching to mediocre quarterback is not really what he would have liked to do. So what does this mean for the Denver Broncos? Well, Nathaniel Hackett was not a very good head coach. They ended up getting a top 5 pick after hiring a new coach and probably hoping to get Aaron Rodgers because he really liked Nathaniel Hackett. They were unable to get Aaron Rodgers. But they got Russell Wilson, who has been in the league for about 10 years and has played very well, a Hall of Fame quarterback. He would trade from Seattle, because Seattle was kind of falling apart. They were 7-10 the year before the trade. So, the Broncos received Russell Wilson, and he was just very disappointing. And the offense as a whole is disappointing. The running game was not good. Melvin Gordon had fumble problems. Gordon Sutton was disappointing. Jerry Jeudy was disappointing. Their defense was really good. Their defense held opponents to under 20 points in many games of the season, and they still lost. The offense was awful. The worst in the NFL. Wasn't really even close. I mean, at the end of the year, the Colts made a case for that, but 32nd ranked offense and a top 10 defense. If you have a top 10 defense, you should at least be a playoff team. So, will Sean Payton make the Broncos better? So, I think they will be better coached. He doesn't really have an attachment to Russell Wilson, so they're going to likely give Russell Wilson this year to see how well he does. If he doesn't disappoint, they would keep him, but if he does disappoint, they will likely move on from him. And really, the entire offense really needs a lot of new pieces. They need more or like receivers. Receivers they have are kind of disappointing, and they really need a running game. So probably in the draft and free agency, they do want to focus on wide receivers and running backs. Probably offensive line as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Sean Payton trade to the Denver Broncos. So in addition to Sean Payton becoming the head coach of the Broncos, one more vacancy was filled. The Houston Texans have hired Demeco Ryans to be the new head coach. So Demeco Ryans of the 49ers defensive coordinator last year, and 49ers were the best defense of NFL. So very good defense coordinator. Now it's one thing being a defense coordinator, another thing being a head coach, yet another thing being a successful head coach for a very bad football team, which is what the Texans are. They were able to win the last game to not get the number one overall pick, but they are not a good team. The defense played well at times, but I do not really think it is really that great of a defense. And the Texans' offense was not good. Dameon Pierce was good, but then they just stopped using him. And Davis Mills was not good. He's just backup caliber. And Kyle Allen and Jeff Driscoll were even worse than him. But luckily for him, for Demeco Ryans, they have the second overall pick in the draft, which the Bears at number one will likely not take a quarterback, so they will get to pick between Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, most likely, which that one they like more. Personally, I like Bryce Young better, but that's a conversation for another video. But where will the Texans go from here? If they left a quarterback who is relatively okay for a rookie, like a really high pick, you expect like 25 touchdowns under 10 picks. That would be a good rookie year. And if a quarterback could do that, and if they use Dameon Pierce, I can see them winning 5-6 games. So still not good per se, not a playoff contender, but not quite the worst in the NFL. And they are just headed for a rebuild. They need talent, and they will acquire talent over the next few years. If they build this team out in a few years, they could be a playoff contender. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Sean Payton trade and the Demeco Ryans hiring. I will keep you posted for the final 2 coaching vacancies, which now is Indianapolis Colts and those are Arizona Cardinals. So that will do it, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Peace!